Hello students, in this video we are going to study Poincare-Lindstedt method to find solution. So this is one of the method used to find periodic solution. So using this method we are going to get periodic solution and we can solve or we get periodic solution for the equations of the form y double dash plus y is equal to epsilon f of y into y dash. The equation of the form y double dash plus y is equal to epsilon into f of y comma y dash gives periodic solution using Poincare-Lindstedt method. Here we are having non-periodic terms also, or we call those terms as secular terms. The secular or non-periodic terms have to be eliminated. These terms we should eliminate to determine periodic solution. The secular terms are of the form epsilon t into cos t, epsilon t into sin t, epsilon square t square cos square, means square of these terms, or epsilon t epsilon square t square cos 2t, etc. So product of these terms or square of these terms, etc. or secular terms, we have to eliminate those terms. Now using this method we are going to expand a period t is period, or the frequency omega in the powers of epsilon. Using Poincare-Lindstedt method, we are going to expand the solution, or we are going to expand the period t or frequency omega in terms of epsilon. Now we consider an equation. We are going to solve van der Pol oscillator problem. Already we have solved van der Pol oscillator problem using perturbation method. Now we are going to solve the same problem using Poincare-Lindstedt method. So van der Pol oscillator equation is y double dash of t plus epsilon y square of t minus 1 y dash of t plus y of t is equal to 0, where y of 0 equal to 0 and y dash of 0 equal to 0. This is our equation. Now we have to expand t in terms of epsilon, or t is frequency t is the function of epsilon. T of epsilon is 2 pi by frequency. Frequency is omega of epsilon. And we are having the condition t of 0 equal to 2 pi and omega of 0 equal to 1. So now we are going to define tau is equal to omega t and y of t is equal to x of tau. So this is our equation which we have to find the solution. I am defining the period t as 2 pi by omega and t of 0 equal to 2 pi, omega of 0 equal to 1. And we are defining tau is equal to omega t such that y of t is equal to x of tau. In this equation we are having y, we can substitute y directly, and we are having y dash also. Y dash means dy by dt. Now we are going to change that in terms of x. So what is dy by dt? What is y? X of tau, right? So d x by d tau into d tau by dt using total derivative. So y is x is function of tau. So d by d tau into d tau by dt. So what is tau? Omega into t. So dx by d tau into d by dt of omega into t. Differentiation of t is 1, omega is constant. So we are getting omega into dx by d tau. I will write it as x dash of tau for simplicity. Dx by d tau or x dash of tau are one and the same. So similarly, if we find d square y by dt square, we will get omega square into x double dash of tau. So this is our equation 2. Now we are going to substitute this in our equation 1. So if we substitute this in our equation 1, this is omega square x double dash. This is x square. This is omega into x dash. This is x. Y is x. Y dash is omega into x dash. Y double dash is omega square into x double dash. So our equation 2 reduced to x double dash of tau omega square plus epsilon x square of tau minus 1 into omega into x dash of tau plus x of tau equal to 0. Also y is x. So when t is 0, tau is also 0. So y of 0 is x of 0. What is y? When y of 0 is 0 means x is 0. Therefore x of 0 is 0. Similarly x dash of 0 is also 0. This is in initial conditions in terms of x dash. Now we are going to use Poincare-Lindstedt method. So we have the solution x of tau comma epsilon. Now this variable changes to tau, asymptotic to x naught of tau plus epsilon x1 of tau plus epsilon square x2 of tau, etc. Epsilon tends to 0. This is the perturbed solution for the given equation. Also omega of epsilon is asymptotic to omega naught, epsilon omega 1, epsilon square omega 2, etc. We are having the condition omega of 0 equal to 1. Therefore, we are having 1 is asymptotic to omega naught of 0 plus epsilon omega 1 of 0, etc. This implies omega naught of 0 equal to 1, omega 1 of 0 equal to 0, omega 2 of 0 equal to 0, etc. Now our equation, we are having omega also. Here I will take this as equation 3 and I will take this as equation 4. I am going to substitute 4 in equation 3. Now our equation 3 becomes, what is x double dash? Differentiation of this. So x naught double dash of tau plus epsilon x1 double dash plus etc. into omega square. Omega is, see we are having, actually this is omega naught is 1. Using this condition, omega of 0 is 1 means 1 plus epsilon y1 etc. Substitute this value here. We got 1 plus epsilon omega 1 plus epsilon square omega 2 plus etc. whole square. Omega square is there. So whole square plus epsilon x square minus 1. So x naught plus epsilon x1 plus etc. whole square minus 1 into omega. Omega is 1 plus epsilon omega 1 plus etc. x naught x dash. X naught dash plus epsilon x1 dash plus etc. plus this all are one term. Last one x. X naught plus epsilon x1 plus etc. equal to 0. See, our first condition is x of 0 equal to 0. Sorry, we have initial condition as a, x naught of a. Means this is also x naught of a. Actually, we are having y naught of a. Our conditions are y naught of a, y of 0 equal to a, y naught dash of 0 is 0. Therefore, y of 0 equal to a we are having. Since y of 0 is a, x of 0 is also a. So, we are having x of 0 equal to a. What is our x? X naught plus epsilon x1 etc. X naught plus epsilon x1 plus epsilon square x2 etc. equal to a. When we equate the terms, we will get x naught of 0 equal to a, x1 of 0 equal to 0, x2 of 0 equal to 0 etc. Similarly, what is our second condition? X dash is equal to 0 means we are having x naught dash plus epsilon x1 dash etc. equal to 0. It means x naught dash is 0, x1 dash is 0, x2 dash is 0 etc. Now, in this equation, it is equation 5. We are going to equate the coefficients of epsilon to the power 0. So, what are the terms we are having in epsilon to the power 0? When we expand it using a into a, first term will be 1. Right? 1 into 1 we will get. So, 1 into x naught double dash is the only terms whose coefficient is not epsilon. Therefore, I am considering x naught double dash plus, here we are having coefficient as epsilon. So, another term is x naught itself equal to 0. So, using auxiliary equation, what are the roots? Plus or minus I. Therefore, x of tau is C1 cos tau plus C2 sin tau. What are the conditions we are having? X of 0 equal to a, x naught of 0 equal to a and x naught dash of 0 equal to 0. Using this, we will get C1 as a and C2 as 0. Therefore, x naught of tau is equal to a cos tau. This is the first term. Now, we have to equate coefficient of epsilon. So, when we expand it again, first term will be 1. Second term will be multiplied with epsilon epsilon omega 1 into 1 etc. Here x naught double dash is multiplied with this means constant x naught double dash. When we multiply here, we will get omega 1. Similarly, epsilon x1 double dash when multiplied with 1, we will get this term and this term here. Omega 1 into x naught double dash and x1 double dash. So, coming here, when we expand it, we will get x naught square minus 1 is multiplied with 1 and epsilon. So, x naught square minus 1 multiplied with this, we will get epsilon. This whole term multiplied with x naught dash is coefficient of epsilon and x1 is coefficient of epsilon, right? So, we will get equation as 2 into omega 1 x naught double dash of tau plus x1 double dash of tau plus x naught square tau minus 1 x naught dash of tau plus x1 of tau equal to 0. We got the value of x naught, right? So, substituting the values of x naught, we can find x1 double dash. So, what is our x1 double dash of tau plus x1 of tau minus 2 omega 1. Differentiate x naught twice and substitute here. Similarly, substitute this term and differentiate x naught, we will get this. Just mathematical simplifications, we will get 2a omega 1 cos tau plus a cube by 4 minus a sin tau plus a cube by 4 sin 3 tau after mathematical simplification. Now for this equation we have to find auxiliary equation and complementary function and particular integral. So again the roots are plus or minus I. Therefore complementary function is C1 cos tau plus C2 sin tau. To find particular integral we are having 1 by d square plus 1 into 2a omega 1 cos tau and 2a omega 1 cos tau and a cube by 4 minus a sin tau. As I told before, omega 1 cos tau produces secular terms, right? We have to remove the secular terms. To remove the secular terms, we will equate the coefficients to 0. So when we equate the coefficients to 0, we will get 2a omega 1 equal to 0. This implies omega 1 equal to 0 because a cannot be 0. Similarly, a cube by 4 equal to a implies a square equal to 4. This implies a is equal to plus or minus 2. So here a is not equal to 0 because already we have taken omega 1 equal to 0, a is not equal to 0. So when we substitute 2 or minus 2 here, this term becomes 0, omega 1 is 0. So only term which we are left out is a cube by 4 sin 3 tau. For this we have to find particular integral. So pi of that is 1 by d square plus 1 into a cube by 4 is constant sin 3 tau. This is of second type. So we will get particular integral as a cube by 32 sin 3 tau. So now we got the value of x1. x1 is c1 cos tau plus c2 sin tau minus a cube by 32 sin 3 tau. Substituting the initial conditions, we can find the value of c1 and c2. c1 is a1, c2 is 3a cube by 32. So when we substitute in the solution x, we will get solution x as a cos tau, this is our first term, plus epsilon into a1 cos tau, this is the value of c1, plus a cube by 32, this is the value of c2, a cube by 32 sin tau minus a cube by 32 sin tau. This is our second term plus etc. Also we are having omega of epsilon is asymptotic to 1 plus epsilon omega 1, epsilon square omega 2, etc. So what is our value of a? 2. Therefore x is asymptotic to 2 cos tau plus epsilon etc. So this is our final solution.